Oh, hi there. Name's Jack Hammerblend. Nice to meet you. I wasn't sure we were filming or not. I'm about to make the best tasting smoothie mankind has ever known. It's going to be savory, not sweet. No fruit. Fruit sucks.
He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean.
So if you're wondering why anybody would do this, I've been having smoothies, nothing but smoothies for like 2 weeks, and they've all been sweet, and they're good. I don't need something savory, but lately I've been removing the fruit to test if that gives me even better baby boy skin. And it does. So now the fruit smoothies suck because there's no fruit in them. It's just stevia drops its fake sweetness. There's some berries, but it's not enough to appease. So now I was thinking, okay, I did that for breakfast. I can tolerate it. I have energy all day, okay. But now, maybe this, a savory smoothie. Dare you dream it? Dare you dream it? I'm about to dream it. So we got some buckwheat that I've soaked overnight. Just 1 cup. This is the base. It's not sweet, but lots of carbs for energy. That's what we're all doing now. Low fat is the key. To that, we're adding 2 tomatoes. Nightshade poison, anyone? I think so. I'm a little nervous because these are not ripe at all. I just realized that and I was like, damn, I did not pick those well, but this is organic and that could overcome whatever unripeness. I doubt it. I remember going to Marcus's house and he was like, don't give him any tomatoes. No tomatoes. I was like, he cared about me. He thought maybe I would react to the nightshades and he wanted me to feel the best I ever could. And I did, and it was worth it. But now we're abandoning his advice and going all tomatoes all the time. Instead of fruit, even though it is a fruit, a savory fruit, dare you dream it. The reason I don't do a lot of tomatoes, I'm actually a bit nervous, is because they hurt my teeth. Like if I do it too often, it's too acidic. It's acid, it's just melting your face. So I'm also adding lemon to this. That is not gonna help, but that's my idea. Sour savoriness. To that we're adding half of a tiny lemon. I'm just gonna juice it in my little glass, nice dish. No plastic is touching me except everything in the blender is all plastic all the time. I mean, sure, I'm straining it through a plastic sieve, but that's okay. Briefly, 10 seconds. How much plastic was melted into my spoon? Not much, a bit. Then for some savoriness, we're doing the dulse. Why not? Dulse flakes from Canadian Ocean. Canadian Oceans, like, are you joking? It's too cold. Who would ever go in one? They're dangerous. The waves are too high. Now we're doing 1 pack of organic seaweed, not raw. This is my cheat of the whole thing. 2 nights ago, you would not believe this. So I'm doing a smoothie. It was sweet. It was quinoa. And for whatever reason, that did not digest ever. It was just sitting in my gut. I was kind of nauseous. I was just like, this sucks. I did not sleep well that night at all. And so like quinoa is out. There's literally only buckwheat is possible, unless you sprout it for a couple days, but you got to plan in advance for that. So that was a nightmare. And then I thought, what if I made a savory buckwheat smoothie? And that's what we're doing right now. And this could really suck. The whole 10 pack. I've tried this in a sweet smoothie. That's a mistake. Don't do that. But in this, it might work. I just remembered that quinoa story had an integral middle piece that I left out. So like I got nauseous from this quinoa smoothie late in the day. Before that happened, I soaked quinoa again for the next day thinking, well, this worked, but it didn't work. So the next day I had all this quinoa soaked and I'm like, I'm just gonna cook it. So last night I ate cooked quinoa and it was okay with some cabbage, like my regular stuff, my first cooked meal in a long time. And now I wait up to 6 days to see if I get zits here because I have had none whatsoever. So like if I get a zit, I will know it's the cooked starch and raw food hippie truth is ours. You could, in theory, just go for it with some herbal mixtures. I like to label them special and fun. Are you seeing those labels? Probably not. There's no reason you could. Spiritual sage and healing thyme. It's healing time. Don't go overboard now. Just a little time in your life. Huh? Ooh, get a tablespoon of flax seeds. I almost want to do 2, but I'm not ready for it. Not yet, Brooke. All right, last couple ingredients. Broccoli sprouts that were 50% off. That's always a good sign. You want old sprouts. We're doing that entire thing in there. That could make this taste not as good as it should, but I will tolerate it. Now, for those wondering, it's been about 2 weeks off of all antibiotics, and I'm starting to add some probiotics back. They say don't add probiotics after you take. It's common sense you would think to add them, like immediately, if not during. But they were like, nope, it takes longer. So I've waited, and I don't know, I have these, and so I'm putting 1 pill in. You just open it up in there. I'm spilling a lot. Hardly any of that made it into the container. All right, last ingredient is a romaine heart. I remember Doug Graham made a video, and he was just like, plain food is good. I'm just gonna eat it like this. And then he turned it around. The brown, and yeah. What a character, that guy. I'll tell you. So that's the last thing. Just super high grains, no fruit. This could taste way too sour for its own good. We need some water. Doing just over half a liter. So 2 cups. I don't know how, oh God. Not sure how much. That's probably too much. It might be too thin, but we about to find out. Of course, use your vacuum blender lid. Huh? That could be good. Save those nutrients. I would love to add salt to this, but I can't right now because I have to wait to see if the quinoa gives me acne. If I add salt, which also could cause acne, then I won't know. So for 6 days, I have to be strict, although the tomatoes might give me acne and that, shit. That is thick. That is very thick. I'm trying to grip this with my pinky for some reason. I have nasty smoothie on my hands and I don't want to dirty my jar, even though the inside of it is now dirty. Did you see any of that? Okay. Okay. Savory dinner. That is thick, man. My God. Pleasantly surprised, are we? Wow. It's got a salty kick. It's not too sour. Totally viable. Wow, I might do that instead of the fruit smoothies with my stevia. That is good times. It's thick. The nori is so good when it's savory, but like sweetness with nori doesn't work. So that's a totally viable thing. If you're doing a smoothie cleanse, you're like, I'm sick of fruit and the sweetness. Totally do that. That's decent. So, baby boy skin will be ours. Will I get acne in 4 days from the quinoa or the tomatoes? Stay tuned to find out. Thumbs up. I believe so. The only reason I can think of that you would thumb this video down is actually because you took advice from someone who didn't have a sweater on when it was clearly sweater weather, and you noticed that they were cold, but they wanted to look fashionably hip, but you just look cold and stupid. You don't look hip. Dress appropriately, or create body heat with your breatharian mind, and you can withstand any temperature. I'm still going for sub-zero runs, and it's fun times. It is fun times running in -11. Can't wait to see if I can do it at -20. And then there's no temperature that could stop me. I almost did it in Ottawa, but I wasn't about to burden my family with my death at Christmas. No, thank you. I'll leave after you donate Bitcoin. Thank you. How you doing? You making that? Trust me, a lot of you are gonna do this. I'm glad. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next.